You know, he coming behind his jab, he throwing straight punches, he going to the body, going in up and down. He just got to tighten up a little bit on his defense, but other than that, man, he good. He ready for Canelo. There you go. There you go.
Terence Crawford is seeking all the help he can get ahead of his highly anticipated fight against Canelo Alvarez in September. Yesterday, he attended the Benavidez vs. David Morrell press conference, not as a spectator, but for a training session with Benavidez afterward. Just a week ago, Crawford was seen learning from Floyd Mayweather, and now he has turned to another key figure in the Canelo conversation. Of all the fighters in this era, aside from Benavidez, who handed Canelo a rare defeat, David Benavidez is considered to have the deepest understanding of Alvarez's style. Dubbed the Mexican Monster, Benavidez has long expressed confidence that he could defeat Canelo.
With Benavidez, who do you take?
I still got it at 50-50. Benavidez good.
Though Alvarez has consistently declined to fight him, David Benavidez has long been one of the most feared competitors in boxing, earning the boogeyman moniker for his dominance in the ring. However, his upcoming fight against David Morrell is more than just another bout. It's personal. Scheduled for February 1st at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, this highly anticipated showdown has been brewing for years, with Morrell relentless.
Well, first of all, I tried to shake his hand. You know what I mean? I try to be cool. Because last press conference, you know, we did the talking, but then in the middle, after, we was cordial, we were shaking hands and stuff, so, no, I was just expecting the same thing.
Calling out Benavidez. Morrell, undefeated with an 11-0 record and 9 knockouts, is confident he can dismantle the WBC interim champion. But for Benavidez, this fight is about more than just securing a victory. It's about making a statement. Meanwhile, Canelo Alvarez remains unconvinced about a potential matchup against Terence Crawford. The undisputed super middleweight champion believes
I'm focused 100% on this fight. Look, I don't like the way he talks, and I'm not in this position because of any.
Crawford, being significantly smaller, would have to rely on an elusive fight plan. He's a good fighter, I know that, Alvarez said of Crawford. He thinks he can do everything, but I think he knows it's a little different at 154. Good fighter, but that's why there are weight classes. I like his style, but Canelo Alvarez remains firm in his stance regarding a potential fight with Terence Crawford, emphasizing the difference in weight classes. You can see that
if he wants to work with me, it's in my way, not in their way. I don't need it.
What didn't you like about how he approached?
It's not that.
In his fight against Madov, it's just different, Alvarez noted. As for other opponents, Alvarez has suggested that it may be best to wait a little longer before facing former 168-pound title holder David Benavidez. Meanwhile, Benavidez is pursuing a matchup with the eventual undisputed light heavyweight champion, as undefeated Russians Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev prepare to battle in Saudi Arabia on August 12th. People want to see that fight, they'll have to pay, Alvarez remarked. Additionally, Alvarez has expressed interest in fighting in Japan.
It's not the way to approach. It's not the way to approach to me. Look, I respect everybody and I respect Turkey, but look, if he
inspired by one of his boxing idols, former featherweight champion Oscar Larios of Mexico, who fought there frequently. I like to go fight by fight, but I'd definitely love to experience fighting in Japan, Alvarez said. I grew up watching Jorge Larios. He went to Japan many times. I really want to go there and have that experience. As for Saudi Arabia,
no estoy pidiendo esa pelea, al final
Claro que no. La quiero para mi hijo, por favor.
Sí, no, aquí yo creo que Crawford needs to fight Teofimo first.
Alvarez's involvement remains uncertain. Reports suggest he is highly dissatisfied with the Boxing Federation, particularly with Turki Alalshik's approach to matchmaking. However, rumors indicate Alvarez may finally be open to facing David Benavidez in the near future, provided he gets a staggering $200 million payday. Alalshik, who has reshaped boxing's landscape in recent years and played a key role in the sport's resurgence, is reportedly unwilling to meet Alvarez's demands. Despite Alalshik's influence, Alvarez remains determined to take
Biggest fight possible in boxing. Is that something you'd actually be interested in?
You know, it's crazy when you asking about that because you say, your matchup is coming.
his own path, and the two remain at an impasse over a potential fight deal. Turki Alalshik has issued a firm response to Canelo Alvarez following the Mexican champion's demand for a $200 million payday to fight David Benavidez. While speaking to the media, Alvarez justified his asking price, stating, "Obviously, he's a risk. He's a great fighter, plus he brings 25 pounds more than me into the ring on fight night. It's a risk."
Payday, obviously, but I don't want that fight. I think Teofimo deserves more than me.
But I don't care. If the money's right, it can happen tomorrow. However, a $200 million fee would require an unprecedented revenue stream, something Alalshik knows isn't feasible. Taking to social media, Alalshik dismissed Alvarez's request, saying, "I heard Canelo said he respects me, but doesn't like the way I do business. Whether he respects me or not doesn't matter. As for my business approach, I understand why he doesn't like it, because I only focus on big fights at fair prices. Of course, anyone who prefers easy fights won't like that." Alalshik didn't stop there. He went on to question Alvarez's credibility as a fighter. "Canelo is looking for easy fights. I know how he felt after losing to Bivol, and ever since, he's been searching for easier opponents. I'm not the one afraid of..."
Right now,
Yeah.
Turkey has said that he's not interested in the fight anymore. What's your reaction or your response to that?
Fighting Benavidez or Crawford. I knew he was wasting our time, making excuses with impossible money demands. So I'll continue to organize real fights that serve the boxing world while he focuses on easy, spectacle-driven bouts. The situation is undoubtedly disappointing for Terence Crawford, who had hoped for a shot at Alvarez. With these negotiations collapsing, his dreams of
It was no different from 147, to be honest. Israel just was a strong opponent, and we knew that coming in the game.
facing the Mexican star may be slipping away. As the biggest fight of his career and one that would guarantee his highest payday, Terence Crawford was open to a potential showdown with Canelo Alvarez, assuming the right offer was on the table.
The right hand wasn't bothering me. I wasn't really too much worried about the right hand. He landed a couple of times at the end of the round where he was trying to steal it.
"You know what they say, if the money's right, we've got to fight," Crawford said ringside. However, he remained grounded, adding, "At the same time, he's got a fight he's focused on, his last opponent. I'm going to go back to my family, relax, and enjoy this win and the accomplishments I've made in boxing." When pressed again about a potential bout with Canelo, Crawford responded, "It's not so important to me. It's just another milestone towards great..."
Like Alalshik say that he sent you an offer, possibly to face Crawford for coming up here. Is that true, or what happened with that?
No, I don't have any offer. And look, I'm 100% focused on this fight, and then we'll see.
Financially and legacy-wise. Before Alvarez even entertained a fight with Crawford, he had already clashed with Turki Alalshik. Their feud began months ago when Alalshik, the driving force behind the Riyadh season movement and a key figure in revitalizing boxing, posted an update on social media. He outlined his ongoing efforts to bring major boxing events to the United States, further cementing his influence in the sport's...
I said to him, "We will send you 2 gloves if you want to play in Saudi Arabia. That's it." He said to me, "Send to me 2 Ferrari."
Surgeons. Turki Alalshik continued his efforts to shape the boxing landscape by providing updates on future plans for top fighters he has worked with in recent years. Most notably, he publicly called out Canelo Alvarez regarding a fight with Terence Crawford. However, it soon became clear that Canelo was no longer interested in the matchup. Crawford has openly expressed his desire to fight Canelo, calling it a legacy fight that could provide generational wealth. Alalshik had even stated his intention to make the fight happen. When asked about his payout demand, Canelo told a reporter he would need $150 million to fight Crawford. It remains unclear whether this was a serious demand or just posturing. but the response may have influenced Alalshik to step away from negotiations. At that point, the fight seemed dead. However, in boxing, nothing is ever truly off the table. If both sides genuinely want the fight, it can happen. Aside from Crawford, Canelo's biggest challenge remains David Benavidez, a relentless volume puncher who presents the most significant threat to the Mexican star's reign at super middleweight. Crawford, determined to gain every advantage, spent time analyzing Canelo's technique with Benavidez. The two discussed the Mexican champion's style in depth before exchanging insights and demonstrating strategies in the ring. Crawford's preparation is clearly in full swing as he gears up for the biggest challenge of his career.